little. There we go. That's a lot better. Hey, Jason here, and welcome to today's Money Mindset Study Session. And we're still in the book of The Greatest Salesman in the World by Mendino. And so go ahead and get your pen and paper out. You can take some notes. And today we're dealing with the scroll marked number 6, or scroll number 6. And so scroll number 6, the philosophy or the lesson of it, the big takeaway is today I will be master of my emotions. Today, I will be master of my emotions. Emotions is energy in movement, energy in motion. That's what an emotion is. So you're all the way from anger, hatred, all the way up to love and gratitude. Those are all energy in motion. And they're moving. This is how we pray. So this is very important if you want to be successful, especially if you want to start changing your paradigm around money or anything else in your life. You have to do it with the proper emotions. Most of us, we stay in a negative emotional energy vibration. And because we're in that emotional vibration, that negative emotional vibration, we're continually to attract the things that we do not want. This is why so many people every single year is making the same New Year's resolution over and over and over and over again. Until I really started to understand this about being a master of my emotions, that's when I started to change my New Year's resolutions. And I don't even do New Year's resolutions anymore. Now it's my goals. My goals, I set them and then I focus on my emotions around those goals. Now, mastering your emotions does not mean you have to be, you have to be perfect. You have to be happy all the time. It just means like on the scales of justice, just imagine a balance scale. Try to be more positive than you are negative. Just a little bit more positivity with your emotions, being in that positive emotional range, is going to help you better than staying in that negative range. Now, the catch with this is, as you start to understand the different vibrations of emotions, where they are on the emotional spectrum and that energetic level, just being a little bit higher than a very strong negative emotion is going to make it more positive for you. It's a way you just step up, is one step at a time. And this is one of the best things that you can do. If you're really, really angry, just start trying to be a little bit pissed off. If you're really, really pissed off, just try to get into a neutral state. Like, you know what, man, F it. Like once you get into those very small, minute steps, you're going to start seeing you're actually pushing yourself into a positive direction. The way the emotional spectrum is, let's just take like this book here. This is the negative. Your most powerful negative ones are up here. Your most powerful positive emotions are up here. This is your neutral. This is a neutral place. So if you're down here and you're slowly getting higher, you're moving into a more positive emotion. And that's more positive energy and motion. So that is one of the keys. And that's just a hack that I use to actually do this. And so I'm going to skip around reading this one. This is, yet again, this is not a long chapter. This one is 2.25 pages. But I'm not even going to read all of this because I feel like this one, you need to read this yourself. And you need to really read this part over and over again about emotions. So I'm going to just take out the biggest part. And how will I master my emotions so that every day is a happy day and a productive one? I will learn this secret of the ages. Weak is he who permits his thoughts to control his actions. Strong is he who forces his actions to control his thoughts. Each day when I awaken, I will follow this plan of battle before I am captured by the forces of sadness, self-pity, and failure. Hey, how y'all doing? How's everybody going? If you're coming in on TikTok or in YouTube, just let me know where you're coming in from. And also let me know if you've read this book, The Greatest Salesman in the World by Mendino. Another one of my favorite books. He says, if I feel depressed, I will sing. If I feel sad, I will laugh. If I feel ill, I will double my labor. If I feel fear, I will plunge ahead. If I feel inferior, I will wear new garments. If I feel uncertain, I will raise my voice. If I feel poverty, I will think of wealth to come. If I feel incompetent, I will remember past success. If I feel insignificant, I will remember, oh, this person made me feel this way. No one can make you feel any kind of way. Even me, I go through this on a daily basis here in Zambia. If you here in Zambia, this drivers will piss you off. You have some of the worst people on there, people who shouldn't be driving, unprofessional, pathetic, like just people who don't even need to be in that field. And I'm not saying that to be mean or rude, but it's just the truth. Like just for instance, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I got really pissed off at a Yango driver. You know, he's in there, oh, this is 10 kilometers. Oh, this pay is enough. And I told him, I was like, dude, shut up. I was like, shut up. Either you do the ride or you don't. I do not care. At the end of the day, you chose to work for Yango. You decided to be an independent contractor on here. That's not my damn problem. And I told him, don't be talking to me about the price. The same way when Yango's overcharging me, you're not trying to give me a discount. Like, shut up. And I told him, I don't care. You're a damn man. Go get the money. Figure out how to get it. Like, I'm not sympathetic to men who are beggars. And I told him, I was like, you know what? Better yet, let me just cancel this ride. Let me report you to Yango. So hopefully they take your ass off of here. And that's what I did. I walked out the car, canceled, told them that he was begging for more money. And I ordered a different service. Now, I could have been really, really peeved about that the whole time. Just kept going, kept going. And I just kept saying to myself in my head, you know, I'm so happy and grateful that I have the money to where I can cancel this at will. I'm not at your beck and call. I don't owe you anything. And so, like, when something's going to come up, and things are going to always come up that's negative, you have to try to find a way to get out of the situation and then start thinking something different at a higher emotional level. And that's why I was just saying, you know, for me, I'll do self-affirmations of gratitude. And that's why I'll just be like, hey, I'm so happy and grateful. I'm so happy and grateful. And you can do the same thing also. Like if you're feeling sick, just start doing, just walk around, walk in place in your house. Even if you can barely move, just walk. And then just start saying, man, I'm so grateful. I'm thankful that I can just get up and move. There are some people who don't have the ability to walk. See how my brother, the intuitive mycologist, gratitude is the attitude. That is exactly it. Gratitude is the strongest emotion. I know a lot of people think it's love. Love is not the strongest emotion. And the reason why love is not the strongest emotion, love is a selfish act. Most of us are not selfish. If we were truly selfish in this world, we would all be reaching our goals on a daily basis. Most of us are not selfish when it comes to our family, our friends, or our spouses and partners. So because we're not selfish, then we're not really practicing love. It's easy to say, oh, I love you. Oh, I love this. But you're not in that energetic vibration. When you're truly in that vibration, you will feel it. If you've ever had the experience to feel goosebumps, do you see how the hairs on your arm raise? You feel a vibration moving through your body. That is when you're in a high emotional spectrum. That is when you're actually experiencing that emotion. Just to sit here and say, oh man, I'm so happy to be a billionaire. Oh, this is going to be my year. You're just talking mumbo jumbo. You're not doing anything productive. You might as well go do something else and not even waste your time saying it anymore. It's because you're not even getting emotionally involved. Remember, emotions is energy in motion. That is energy moving through you to God, the creator, Allah, whatever you believe in, and it comes back down through prayer. Well, the prayer and then the answer to the prayer or the miracle. That is what emotions are. If you're not feeling that vibration in you, you're not in that emotional vibration. Yes, you can use self-affirmations by using gratitude. By doing gratitude is different than by saying love. This is what I'm telling you. Gratitude is the strongest emotion. I know people want to forget about it and people don't want to hear it. Nothing comes down. Stop telling lies to people. Hey, if that's how you feel, man, go about your business. I don't care. It's all in your head. Okay, good for you, buddy. tell you this, since you want to be a jackass when people are trying to actually focus in study sessions. How about you go live? Stop being a troll, because when you're just having your name whitewashed, wow, you're stupid. So this is a prime example of a dumb person. When you have dumb people like this, don't entertain them. Dumb people are going to do dumb things. Stupid people do stupid things. So this person right here is at a very, very low emotional spectrum, a low maturity spectrum. You're not going to reach someone like that. And so this is a prime example. Thank you for that, Intuitive. When you have people that are negative and naysayers like that, those are people that are mad because they are not able to reach their goals. They are not able to reach their dreams. They're sitting at home on their ass, wishing and hoping for someone else to come and hand them something. Oh, one day Jesus is going to come here and just bless me. Oh, one day somebody's going to come and give me everything I want. No, they're not. So people like that can only show up in the world like that in a negative emotion. If someone is trying to talk to you about financial independence, financial literacy, and all you can do is focus on negativity, that is somebody you do not want in your life. And that is the beautiful thing about the internet, how he was just muted, but that person is actually finna get blocked. And one of the things that I do while I block people, when I block you, that means you're no longer able to ever see my content ever again. Like, stop caring about little people. Focus on yourself. Thank you for that, brother. I appreciate that. And see, this is the thing too. Like, this is why I have people who are moderators. They don't play. People who are about this don't do this. People who are out here fighting for their lives, people that are out here trying to make sure that they are becoming the better versions of themselves, they don't have time for negativity. They're going to be your cheerleaders. They're going to be your supporters. This is how you find people who are very supportive. They're going to be the people who are out here hustling. They ain't got time to sit and gossip with you. I'll give you a prime example. Intuitive Mycologist is my brother. We've been knowing each other. Damn, I think we've been knowing each other over 30 years now. It's been a long time. We've been knowing each other since Meadows Intermediate School, man, in DeSoto. Like, it is so freaking crazy. We go sometimes months or maybe a few years without speaking. And it's not that there's a discord or we're angry or we hate each other. We're both out here fighting for our dreams. We're both out here fighting for our families. We're fighting for our lives. What's this on my face? Okay, there you go. Like, but when we talk and when we catch up, no time has passed. Not a single minute has passed. We're catching up. We're talking. We're laughing. We're supportive of one another. That is the difference between positive people and negative people. You're going to always be wasting your time if you're dealing with negative people and trying to change their mindset. You can't. You must let them stay. Misery loves company, and so do people who are happy and grateful. And so let's keep going. Henceforth, I will know that only those with inferior ability can always be at their best. And I am not inferior. You're not inferior. There will be days when I must constantly struggle against forces which would tear me down. That was a prime example right there. There's always going to be forces that try to tear you down. They try to beat you up. So many people in this world do not want to see you succeed. It isn't the government. It isn't the man. It isn't the devil. It is people. People do not want to see other people succeed. It is people that are envious, that are jealous. The reason why people steal, the reason why people unalive people is because they're envious or jealous of something that someone else have, instead of realizing everything that they really want. If they decide on what they want, they can go and achieve it. But it's too easy to say, you know what, man, those rich people over there are bad people, and you have never spoke to them. And this is from personal experience. Every rich, very wealthy person that I have met have been the most supportive and the most helpful people that I have ever been across in my life. Intuitive Mycologist can tell you this. He listened to a phone call I had before I moved to Africa. And it was from a guy who owns a gold mine. I met him in Las Vegas at an investor seminar. He said the most wonderful prayer for me. It brought tears to my eyes, man. To this day, I remember that prayer that he spoke for me, how he wished success on me, wished happiness for me, wished healing for me. And this was a guy who has money. But you know, the people that I ran across that was like, oh, be careful. Oh, people, they're going to rob you. Joe Barry, they're going to kidnap you. They're going to do this. It was people that were broke. Broke people are not happy. They don't want to see other people succeed. They don't want to see people achieve things that they're not achieving because they start feeling envious and feeling jealous. Because when someone sees someone else succeed, sometimes that little bit of thing inside of them start growing of like, why am I not going for my goals? Like, start surrounding yourself around people that are achieving things, that are goal achievers, that have way more success than you do. Like this whole thing across the whole world where all rich people are bad. They're not. Hey, I appreciate everybody for hopping in. Let me know on TikTok where you're coming in from. Feel free to communicate and hop in on there. But like, the truth is, rich people are not bad people. Rich people are very good people. They're very humble people. And real rich people, you don't even see how much money they have. They're not the ones that's out here driving the fancy cars. They're not the ones that's wearing all the fancy clothes. When I tell you the guy who did the prayer for me, he's most likely a multi-billionaire on several levels, a lot of zeros on there. His whole outfit was probably less than $40. He had on some basic shoes, jeans from maybe Walmart, shirt from maybe Walmart, and he was the nicest guy in the world. And guess what? He was a white guy. So I know like there's still this thing with a lot of black people in the world where, oh, white people are bad. No, they're not. I've met a lot of great white people in my life. I'm so thankful to hear from you last. Saw you in Uber South. Hey, how's it going, brother? Man, good to see you, man. I will probably be in South Africa, if not October, November. I'm still planning out, so I definitely have to hit you up, brother. Good to see you, man. I appreciate you hopping on the live. I really appreciate that. But see that, like, this is what I mean. Like when you vibrate at a good level, like you run into some of the best people in the world in the most random situations. In mind you, he's from South Africa, and everybody always talk about how dangerous South Africa is. I've met so many wonderful people out of South Africa. I love that place. South Africa is nothing like what people talk about. But guess what? If you go there and you're not managing your emotions, being a master of it, and you stay in the negative range of emotions, you're going to run into a lot of negativity out there, a lot of negative people out there. Funny story. I lived in CBD in Johannesburg, you know, the hood, what people say. I lived in luxury loft apartments when I was staying out there for the year. There was an American who got beat up supposedly by, I think he said anywhere from 6 to 12 guys jumped him. And it was maybe a 20-minute walk from my place. It was actually in an area where I walked all the time, like around 4 in.the morning to do my exercise there. Never had a problem, by the way. And people be like, oh, these group of people, be careful. The Zimbabwean people there, they knew me. We always talked, laughed, had a great time. See, he does pick up in the city. Like, it's good people there. But this guy got beat up. And I had to ask myself, I'm like, what did you do? No, the people are bad. It's dangerous. I'm like, no, what did you do, homie? I'm like, I've walked all over this CBD. Everyone knows I'm not from here. I don't hide that I'm American. I don't try to cover up my accent. And I'm like, I walk here all the time for exercise. People see me doing exercise. The police knew me. The security knew me. Everyone knew me. The sellers knew me. The shop owners knew me. I'm like, what did you do? Guess what? He was going around like 1, 2 in the morning, and he was on a street where S workers are. So do you think that's a high vibration? You're walking around filming where S workers are? Like you're operating in a low vibration. So if you're at that emotional spectrum, you're going to only attract low vibrations at that spectrum. Like, we have to start understanding everything that happens to us is not always by mistake or by accident. Sometimes we're attracting those things to us. One of the reasons I believe that I've always met wonderful people in South Africa and all around my other travels, Colombia, Panama, Botswana, Zambia, Tanzania, Rwanda, is because I try to keep myself in a higher vibration. If I see my energy is very low, I sit my ass in the house. I don't leave my house until my energy goes up again. Because one, I don't want to mess up someone else's great day because I'm in a negative space. I'm in a negative vibration. So like start thinking about that before you start your day every day. What vibration are you in? And because remember, there's always going to be negative forces, like the book say. Those such as despair and sadness are simple to recognize, but there are others which approach with a smile and the hand of friendship, and they can also destroy me. Against them too, I must never relinquish control. So what he's saying here, hey, Corinne, how you doing? What he's saying here is we all understand the strong emotions, such as anger, fear, hostility, violence. We understand that. But it's these subtle emotions that's in the negative spectrum we do not have a grasp on. And that's where most of us stay on a full basis. Most of our paradigms have been programmed to operate in that negative space, but in that space that we do not see. We like to call it bad luck, misfortune, things of that nature. He says, if I become overconfident, I don't know what happened to YouTube today. No, now YouTube is back. Hey, YouTube, I'm about to hop off. I appreciate y'all hopping on. I apologize for the issues today. I don't know what's going on with the internet or the reception, but I will see you all tomorrow. So you're just getting to see a behind the scenes TikTok. I'm actually filming on 2